I hear a baddie. Yep. Maybe be. Quit it, you jerk. Hey, Geeks, Arahli here, and thanks for joining me today as we play some more ARK Survival Ascended. We are on the IronGeeks server. We are outside of our dino barn with a big old box over there and an empty raft. If you guys watched the last stream, I actually had the Rhino built. We were testing some paint colors to see how it was going to work. But I didn't actually get a chance to build it on stream with you guys directly. I was kind of working some stuff out. So I figured today we'll just make it together. So in this box should be everything you need to make it, aside from the box it's in. There's only 3 boxes in here. We actually want 4 for the inside. Caveat, I don't actually know what the vanilla limits are, so I don't know if this is too much for vanilla, because we are on the private server for IronGeeks, and the sizes are a little bit, or we can do larger things in the raft. So, but this will at least get you guys the base of how we kind of get it started. If you're on a server that can let you do stuff like this, great. If you are not, then you'll have to kind of thin some pieces out. But when I made this originally, it was made to fit within vanilla building guidelines. The only real difference now is that you can't drop extra foundations, which means there's some extra pieces to kind of fill out the bottom of the raft, which you could probably do without. I have them for completionist sake. So so I will always start this with a wooden foundation, because I want to get that center line lined up. So once you click that first one, you should really just drag it straight down to get to the lower limit that you want. It's perfect. Now we will snap some of these bad boys in. Then we gotta pick up this wood one and swap it out. Cool. That is the basics for the base. The rest of this is all gonna be ceilings and everything else. So let's get some ceilings out. These are the triangles. We're gonna need some of these. We won't use them all to start. Need some of these too, but not quite everything. Okay, so off the back of this, we're gonna go back 2. And then I think off the front we were just 1. Find out here in just a second. So we gotta go triangles next. Yeah, this is wrong. Yep, that's how you can tell if we're wrong there. Poor Pelagornis. Bye, buddy. Well, that you anyways. Taking a lot of hits. That's a 180. It's a perfect tame. It's a perfect tame, Pelagornis. He's gonna die. Fly away, my friend. Don't come back. Fly away. Be safe. So all this tells us is that we have to actually go, we gotta go back a little bit. So give me just a second. Okay, that was my fault. I actually forgot I have to pull that forward a little further to make this work the way I want to. Only because I want the pontoons on the side to be covered a certain amount. So instead of going all the way back like I'm used to, we're just going to pull it up a little bit here. Might be too far forward. I just want to make sure the pontoons get covered in the front and back. Oh, we're good there. Yep, I think we are good there. The alignment's not a huge deal. I just don't like those pieces sticking out at all. Oops, that's one. Let's make sure. We are sticking out a little bit back here. Ideally, we probably put that right in the center. Let's try that again. Let's just... a little too far back that time. Again, this isn't actually a huge deal where this goes. This is just me being fussy about it. Since we can't overlap things the way I like to anymore on this. So let's go right about here. Yeah, I think we're probably better on that guy. Oh, just barely sticking out still. Okay. ARK is not really a game where you need to be a perfectionist about building things, but can't always help it. Hey! Front ones are covered. Great. Okay. So we're leaving that one in the center open because that's where the hatch frame is going to go for us. So now we should be able to go back. It's actually back to here. And then up front, we're actually just going to go right into the triangles to make this work. So, whoop. And that'll get us out to our point there. And then the back, same basic deal. Just do the same thing. You're going across the back. I'm looking down at this one versus the other ones just because it can actually change how these lines work otherwise. Like if I had a wall here, this line back here would be, it turns sideways, which actually looks good. It's just I'm, a stickler for things like in a very specific way for that. So, all right, so that's the basic shape. We'll do one of these things so you guys can see. So we've got 5 ceilings essentially deep. The basic level of the triangles in the back, and then we're going to a point in the front. From here, let's go ahead and get this guy in as a hatch frame. That'll let us still access this piece down here. And then up front, we're going to start putting walls and stuff in. And then we're actually going to put some walls down the outside too, which is why there's so many of these here. So let's go ahead and we'll just get these real quick. So like you don't actually have to put them where the foundations are, but it leaves the sides looking different. So you can see if we just put these here, that like the sides aren't fully the same. So if you're on vanilla stuff and trying to do this, that may be a good spot to cut some extra pieces from, because you don't actually have to do this for those pieces. I'm actually not going to want you up there. So again, if you look at the piece that's already in place, it'll usually do a pretty good job of snapping to it for you. Now this is going to be a little funky just because it'd be coming off that front point. But that'll actually make the connections work right away for you. Rainy day. I guess we'll do these back ones real quick too. So yeah, look at the piece that's there, and see how this is going to try to go straight now, so we will actually do this. Raft's got a little funky. So, I will show you a thing here too. If you were to put like try to do the door frame like this, it won't work here because the actual door frame when it opens comes out further than the back will allow. You can put regular doors in back here and be fine, but you can't build off the back of this any further. So just the FYI, that's why these are regular walls and you can't really do anything too crazy back there with that piece because of that. Okay, and then like I said, you don't need to do these 6 walls if it's going to be a piece count thing, but I like the uniformity myself, so we're going to toss them in. Ooh. Okay, so let's get our next. We're gonna get our way up and down first, real quick, just because that's gonna be a thing we gotta worry about. I'm gonna put this on both sides, level with the rudder. Ooh, okay. That way, when we get down off, this will have a way back up pretty easily. Then we can get the rest of the walls kind of rolling here. So that's gonna be a big chunk of what we're doing next. Base level's pretty easy. Just gonna put our walls in. When we get to that spot there, we're gonna put a door frame. I like the doubles myself. We could put some portholes down here too. We could. I might come back and do that. We'll see how she looks without it first, but and then up here I made this one of the hidden doors just because they're fun. So in the stream when I was working on this, I was working on putting a spot back here to allow you to get down to like where the beavers and stuff would be. I was gonna have the, like a beaver launch essentially back here. Problem is that everything I did for that, I couldn't actually get them to. I couldn't get them to get up to the next level, so it kind of took away the point of having that when you couldn't get them to move up to the next level. So, all right, that will be our way up here. This stuff across real quick. And then that's going to be our way up. As will that other open piece right there. Okay. Let's get across the front of this here. So this is what I'm talking about, that I'm snapping to this piece down here specifically because I want to make sure that those lines kind of stay lined up. It's not as noticeable on this, but if we had like the wood or something, it'd be really noticeable if it wasn't lined up like you wanted. Okay, let's grab these. All the windows and stuff can wait. This way. Okay, that guy's good. So you see how I put this one, I looked at this way. See how the angle now, it goes around the corner this way? I dig that. The only drawback is you can't really make that work for this line here. So which is why I had to kind of go in the other direction for those. Okay, not a big deal. Just one of those things that I wanted kind of a certain way. Okay, and then back here we actually need to go up another level for the top section. We're going to use some greenhouse here. I will say the drawback to using greenhouse for this stuff is that it will, it'll take damage. So like I was using greenhouse doors for this down here too. Same issue. It'll take damage for doing that. So just a forewarning that that is a thing that's going to happen. Alright, let's do this guy. The other option you could do is instead of this back here, you could do the you could do portholes obviously, or you could do the same kind of stuff we did for the windows and stuff on the house over there, but it's more piece count again. So okay, and then we should be. Did I do 2 here, I think? Yeah, that should be right. Alright, let's get some slopes in place. Then the Rhino part is this up here. Get our slopes in place. Should just need some of these guys on either side there. Need this guy here. We're gonna go up this way to get up to this section. It is neat that the metal like looks wet, which is great. All right, then we can get our deck going up here. One more piece going out there. if I had been quick enough during that rain there, I would have put down the barrel that goes on top, and it'll be fine without that. Alright, let's switch this over to the double again. Should be the right way. I'm just going to walk in to make sure it is. And we need some slope action for right here. Work. That'll give us our compartment down here. We're going to actually put in like our generators and all that stuff soon. And then we need to put in this guy, which is the front part of the Rhino. It gives us that horn up front, essentially. Whole bunch of rails will have to go in still, and our doors. And then we actually have a bunch of stuff we have to put in underneath, which we can't do where we're at. It's a little too close, so... Let's see, can I take all this stuff and not be too fat? I can. Alright, let's put these down. I'm just going to try to line this up with like that. The midsection back there. Which I think is about there. It's much harder to see because it's not bright in here anymore. Doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, just trying to be as best as I can. One of the things I will definitely say that I really like that they did with the building system here is that it doesn't, you can't clip through unless you're trying to, which I appreciate the heck out of. So, we don't need this anymore. Let's go put this guy up top just in case it happens to rain again. You actually don't need this up here. But I do want, now that you can put this stuff up here, if we were to put like plant turrets or something up there, I'd want there to be water for it, so. Okay, let's move on out to some deeper water. So we can finish up the outside stuff here. And the underneath stuff. We'll get the rails on. The thing I have to figure out still is paint. I worked on some paint colors last night with the Geeks during the stream. Couldn't really decide on anything too crazy yet, so we'll figure it out before we're done here. Okay. So we are going to pick up this piece. And what we're gonna do down here is we gotta put in some more pieces and parts. Take this guy. Actually, what we can do, let's do this first. It's definitely hard to see once we get down in here. Okay, that's good. And this is, I mean, it's really nothing to do down here right now. We don't have to put these pieces in, but I want them to have the bottom sections too, so we're going to, and I guess maybe we'll find some reason to have stuff underwater here? I don't know. So that part's closed in. Put ourselves on a... this guy. Awesome. Just standing up here. Cool. Now we got doors to put in, which we're going to do the glass ones up here. Glass ones down here. And again, these will get damaged pretty easily by things. So just forewarning, I just wanted to have some actual light down here. Oh, and then we actually need to put in some stuff here too. We want the single doors the other way around. It really wants to go backwards on this one. Silly doors. Okay, and These can be regular walls here and here. Then our doors will go in place. This is where the beds will go. Just get them a little bit closer because they should snap. Oops. Got our beds down here, and then this is our little extra openings here, so we can just have a little peek out there. Having those is nice. Let's kind of get a little ground level peek out. One of the benefits of the Rhino here is that you can kind of you're relatively safe when you're on top. From things that are like in the water and stuff, so definitely nice there. And then we got a whole bunch of rails to put in, but we also got to put this stuff in. So let's do this first, because this gets a little funky. This is not a thing you can like. That's not going to actually line up 100% correct, but get it. This we're gonna put in the corner. There is a funky thing with like the smithy that it will, like, if you place it here, yeah, it'll do this thing. Oh, that's the extra smithy. There's a weird thing with these corners though. That's the one we want. That when you go to put this in here, if I try to snap it there, it'll actually turn it sideways sometimes. So just a forewarning, it does some silly stuff like that. And this part, I actually do want snapping. This is our structure smithy. It's a mod we just added. It's just a place that I can build like material parts and stuff like that. It's like the S+ crafting station we used to have. And then we'll put our fabricator in here. And then eventually we'll have a chem bench we'll put in here too. I have to actually make that still. So until that's made, we're gonna turn off snapping. We'll just do it up. We'll just put that guy down there for now so we have a thing. We'll put our gasoline in here. So we'll turn that on in a second. Okay. Rails. Time for rails. I have to place that one from down there, it looks like. And I had those off by one, right? This is a thing we couldn't do before that we're going to do here. We can actually take it right up the side, which is awesome. Okay, then in here, I just do the sides. So we need to get around where we need to for it. Oh, we need to put this one back up here too. Need our glass door. Do I have doors on there? Yep, they're just open already. We have a ceiling and a door left. I must have forgotten something someplace. Always fun. But yeah, so this will give us a way up. Oh, yeah. I need to put this down here. Oh, actually, I need more. Oh, that's what the wall's for. You have to put a wall down. I think I hear a baddie. Yep. Leave me be. Quit it, you jerk. So I actually put a door down there, which I didn't mean to, but that's fine. I got no feet. I got no feet. Okay. That's the basics though, guys. Let me get out of here again real quick. Oh, you know what? Lights. Got lights too. Oh, he broke my gloves too. My Predator was pretty well damaged at this point anyways. So we're gonna put this right here. The other one is for down here. I actually haven't tried this when it was dark yet, so I don't even know if this is gonna light up down here. I think the lights are still broken on rafts anyways inside. We'll check real quick though. Yeah, it's on, doesn't do anything. So the lighting is still broken inside rafts. So I guess you only need the lights. But that will power this. I'm gonna get a fridge in here. I'll get the chem bench at some point. So for those things it'll be beneficial, but... Okay, bam. That's the Rhino. Get some paint on this bad boy, and we'll be good to go. Sweet, okay. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to drop a like below. You can always subscribe for more content, and I will catch you on the flip side.